stuff I like. Stuff I like, stuff I like, beep, 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 beep. Listen, over the weekend, I saw this Peter Jackson documentary, They Shall Not Grow Old. And I'm a big World War I fan. That is, I'm in it, and I'm fascinated by the fact that I've read, I think I've read at least 20 books on World War I, histories of World War I. And I still don't know why it started. I don't know the underlying reasons why it started. Nobody knows. Nobody actually knows. And yet it wiped away a generation, a million people. From one side died, from the Allies died, and basically European civilization ended because World War II was actually part of World War I with a little bit of a downtime between. And what Peter Jackson has done, there's a wonderful museum in London called the Imperial War Museum. And I've been through its exhibits, World War I exhibits, many times, and they have wonderful interviews with guys who were there talking about describing it. And so what Jackson did is he took their footage, their archival footage, he colorized it, and he added sound. They went to the point of like lip reading guys, of finding old orders that they were reading, like what was that guy reading there aloud, and then dubbing in the voices and mostly the sound, brings it to life. It's not an intellectual film. It's not a film about the causes of the war or the reasons behind the war or what the war did to civilization. It's simply about the experience of the ordinary British soldier going to war. Do we have a little clip of this?
I was 16 years old and my father allowed me to go.
I was just turned 17 at the time.
I was 16.
I was 15 years.
When they came to us, they were frightened children and had to be made into soldiers.
Boys, here it comes. We're in the pictures.
I gave every part of my youth to do a job.
Stand this part of the trench over there.
It's just a brilliant piece of work. Jackson did a great job on it. And I couldn't help but think as I was watching it, nothing like this should ever happen again, though it almost certainly will. And I would never send anybody into this absolute hell of a conflagration that had no purpose and no point and destroyed the greatest civilization on Earth up to that time. But at the same time, I could not help but be deeply moved by the manhood, the simple courage of these guys who said, we went to do a job. I wasn't afraid. I knew I might get killed, but I went to do it. And it was just something we had to do. And the stuff that they endured, if you haven't read about it, it's just wonderful to see it, wonderful in the true sense of being a wonder, to see it. Because you can imagine it. You can imagine yourself there. You can see what it was like, and it just takes you back in time. The one thing that I noticed is that nobody is talking about the fact that they don't tell you. Americans don't know the poem that the title comes from. It's called a poem called "For the Fallen" by Lawrence Binyon, who was one of the many poets of World War I. And British people know this poem by heart because they read it every November 11th on Armistice Day. They read it at the ceremony. But it has this, it's a sentimental poem about war. But it says, they went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall not grow old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. It is a terrific movie, and cheers to Peter Jackson for doing such a great job. All right, we will be back tomorrow. I have to say, even I had a Klavanless weekend because watching this Ralph Northam thing, I thought somebody ought to write a funny satire about this. Oh, that's me. And I wasn't there to do it. So it was kind of like a Klavanless weekend, even for myself. Don't forget, tomorrow is the backstage, and I will be back here on the Andrew Klavan Show. I am Andrew Klavan, and this is the Andrew Klavan Show.